Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we are back with some more draft content. You guys seem to be loving the UCC, which has come back on the channel, so I thought I'd bring another old league back. I'll bring the LTC. We're in season number 4 now, and this season is going to be quite an interesting one, because if you are not part of the LTC server, you won't know that my entire team was picked by everybody else in that server. Everybody else in that server picked my team, because it came to draft day and I was thinking, right, I have no idea what I want. I don't know what I want. I'm gonna say screw it. Whichever pick you give, the next person to give me a Pokemon after when my pick comes up, I want to go in the general chat and go, what's my next picks, guys? The first Mon mentioned which I can legally pick is going on my team. That was my entire draft plan. It went up and down. People were picking. It was very complicated further down the line, but I'll get onto that as progress gets made. But first pick, I was typing it. Ben was about Mr. Checkmate. Ben was about, and he said, "Jake, you're picking Ambipom." I'm thinking, this is the man who tells me off for using the same Mons every single time. And he tells me to pick Ambipom, George, I think 3rd or 4th most used Pokemon I've ever used in draft. Which is absolutely insane. It's one of the best ones as well. George is just my guy. I love him so much. He's my second favourite Pokemon behind, obviously, the mascot Ditto. But he's there. Also, I completely forgot to brush over this, but I see by my team poster above me, I'm throwing it way back. Before we were the Devious Dittos, in our draft league content, we were the Carlton Colville Chestnuts. This was before UCC season number 1. We were the Carlton Colville Chestnuts. And I'm thinking, well, why not bring it back? So I made a new logo with a shiny and a non-shiny chestnut with Carlton Colville Chestnuts. Just the Carlton Colville Chestnuts. So that is our team name for this season. If you guys like the Carlton Colville Chestnuts, if you prefer the Bunch of Cabbages, if you prefer the Devious Dittos, if you prefer the Devious Kongs, or the Swedish Quillfish, we've gone by 5 different names. 5 different team names. But let me know what your guys' favourite one is in the description, in the comment section down below. I'd be very much interesting to see which one you'd prefer and which one you want to take forward in future draft league content, because all those 5 are good names, in my opinion. Barring Devious Ditto, because it can't be the Devious Ditto it can't be the Devious Dittos coached by Devious Ditto, because that's just boring. So anyway, back to LTC. So my first pick was George the Ambipom, who is one of my favourite monsters in draft. It's just so good. It's got base 100 attack, 115 speed, obviously. And obviously it gets all the moves. It gets Technician. It gets Skill Link as well, so if you want to go Skill Link strats. But I think it only gets Tail Slap and Double Hit. No, Tail Slap and... what's the other... I can't remember what the other one's called now. Tail Slap and... Is it Fury Swipes? That's the one, Fury Swipes. Because before it only got Fury Swipes, and now it gets Tail Slap. So that's quite an improvement on that as well. So that's always a good thing to bring on the Ambipom. But also, Technicians are probably the better one, because it gets Acrobatic gets boosted, Aerial Ace gets boosted, Astonish gets boosted, Power Up Punch gets boosted, Fake Out gets boosted, Double Hit gets boosted. What else gets boosted? Knockoff doesn't get boosted. Payback gets boosted, Pursuit gets boosted, but Pursuit is banned. All moves that are not in Sword Shield are banned in this league, which you'll find out when I stay subscribed for week 1. You'll find out why I know that about all these bad moves. Rock Smash gets boosted, Scratch gets boosted, Tail Slap gets boosted, Thief gets boosted, and so on and so on and so forth. And also, if you want to be extra spicy, I think it gets Curses set up, Home Claws is set up, Nasty Plot is set up. Nasty Plot, I have brought Nasty Plot Ambipom before to get a boost on its Shockwave, Water Pulse, Hidden Power, but now you can't learn Hidden Power anymore, and whatnot. So it's got options. The main goal for this season is to get George as many kills as possible. That was my main goal of this season after seeing the team. I'm thinking, right, the main goal is to get George as many kills as possible and get him to the top of that MVP list, as high as I can goddamn get it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do that with George this season and pick up a few W's just for George. This team is just George focused. Now, next up, I cannot for the life of me remember who told me to pick up Rotom Mo. I think it was it Jamoy? I can't remember who actually told me to draft Rotom Mo. If you're watching this, you probably know more than me, but Rotom Mo is my next pick. And you guys obviously know that I love a Rotom. Most drafts I have at least have one Rotom in it. I think I've used every single Rotom at some point throughout draft history. Frost, Mo, Heat, Wash, Fan. I think I used Fan once. I've used Normal once. And I think I've used Heat once. But the others I've used quite a lot. So Rotom Mo is here. Obviously get Defog, which is very useful. Because looking at the rest of the team, Rotom Mo and George are probably the best two Mons on my team. Not gonna lie, they probably are the best Mons on my team. But likes of having Defog, it obviously can get Discharge, Electric type coverage, Grass type coverage, gets Ghost type coverage, and that's about it really. Signal Beam, which I'm not allowed to use, which is very unfortunate. Also, Hidden Powers are going to make... No Hidden Power this season is going to be very, very annoying. So, like, if there's going to be, like, a Mon which is quad weak to something, I'm thinking, right, let's put Hidden Power on everything. Just to make sure, because it's a massive threat. Oh, wait, Hidden Power's not a thing anymore? Oh, no, this thing's going to sweep me now. So that's very unfortunate. But it's what it's going to be doing. So, Rotom Mo is probably going to be primarily a bulky Mon for us. Possibly Choice Scarf if we've got, like, a super fast Mon, which is very weak to grass or very weak to electric. Barring that, I'm probably going to be more bulky set with Defog and Volt Switch and whatnot. Because Leaf Storm is base what? Leaf Storm's base 120? Yeah, 130. So even uninvested, that should do a lot of damage to most Mons. So obviously not birds, not dragons and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, Rotom Mo is going to be here. Hernandez is going to help us put in the work, hopefully, this season and help us pick up some W's. Next up, we have another Defogger. We've got Cadbury's Flake. Now, I'm still confused why Conkeldurr and Gerda got defogged this gen. I am 100% confused about why that is a thing. But we're going to go with it. Because it's got another potential defogger. It's got quite a good defensive bulk with 85 HP, 85 defense. So if we slap an Eviolite on him, he could be more of a bulkier option. Because Hernandez can be special, obviously, because it's got base, 107 in both defenses. So that can be special bulk. This can be physical bulk, which could come in clutch as well this season. Obviously gets Guts, which if we obviously are running a Eviolite, we can't really run Guts. So Sheer Force, Iron Fist are also good alternative options for that as well. Obviously gets good coverage from what I do remember. If it gets the same moves as normal Conk anyway. So it gets obviously close combat, Fire Punch, Focus Punch, Ice Punch, Knock Off, Poison Jab, Rock type move coverage, Electric type coverage. So it gets all other elemental punches that are boosted by obviously Iron Fist. It gets Drain Punch, Poison Jab, all the punching type moves. What setup does it get? Let me just double check setup. Obviously it gets Defog. No, that's special. I don't think we're running special on our 40 special attack. So obviously it gets Bulk Up, which can be useful. Defog, Toxic, Taunt. Can be an option. I'm thinking Cadbury's Flake is going to come quite often, being a bulky boy on the squad. We've got looking down the line, we've got quite a bit of bulky Mons on the team. Hopefully Gerda can put in the work this season for us, Cadbury's Flake, and put in the most for us. Next up is Next up is Snom. Our Hannah the Snom, because shout out to Hannah, who told me to draft Snom. And I'm thinking, well, great. Snom is here, and it gets literally 0 moves. It gets, look at these stats. 30 HP, 25 attack, 35 defense, 45 special attack, 30 special defense, 20 speed. It just doesn't do anything. It gets no moves either. The only special type moves it gets is Icy Wind and Bug Buzz and Struggle Bug and Round. Gets no sit up. If it gets Mirror Coat. So if we could, Sash Mirror Coat is the only viable option for this thing. Literally, Endure, potentially Rest, Snore Set, Sleep Talk, Substitute. I don't know. Snom is here. It gets Shield Dud and Ice Scales. So if you like Ice Scales, we can have base 45 special defense. Oh my god. This is why, spoiler alert, after week 1, as soon as I get trades, this Mon was gone. This Mon was gone. I thought, yeah, I'll draft it. Sure, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Picked it up and looked at its stats. I'm like, bruh. It's just terrible. So I replaced it, but you'll find out who that is in our week 2 game. So you should definitely subscribe to find out who that is. But Snom is here. Not for long. He's just sat here. It's going to be the mascot of week 1. That's it. You don't understand. I tried the absolute hardest because week 1 I was playing Berry, who is mono grass, and I'm thinking, right, Snom is ice and bug. It's got to have an oh wait a minute. Everything blows it back. And I can't Oko anything. Even if I put choice specs on it, even if I put a life orb on it, even if I put choice scarf on it, even if I put max bulk rest snore set, nothing worked. So I got rid of that Snom as soon as possible. So yeah, Snom is here. And it's not here. Deleted. Right, next up we've got Otto, our Samurott, who I think Devil told me to draft this because it sniped Matthew. I think that's the only reason Devil wanted me to draft it. I don't know if I did snipe Matthew or not. He just told me he did. But if Mr. Dr. Slacking is watching this, he can let me know. Because Samurott, look at those stats. It's quite bulky. It's got good special attack. It's got good attack, so it can run mixed either way, which is a good which I like to use in a Mon. It gets a load of moves. It gets fairy, flying, water, dark, ground, dragon, bug, steel, knockoff, megahorn, night slash, razor shell, sacred sword, smart strike, waterfall, X-scissor, superpower. It gets a decent amount of physical type moves. Let's look at its special: air slash, blizzard, grass knot, ice beam, scald, water, trump card. It gets a decent amount of coverage, especially for LTC. It gets a decent amount of coverage. It gets sword stance. It gets workup. It doesn't really get any special setup barring workup, but it does get sword stance. It gets toxic as well. So as a water type Mon, it can come in clutch because back in college I had a Samurott. I think I ran it sword stance, focus sash with aqua jet. I think that was the set I ran in college. If anyone from college watching this remembers, let me know in the comment section down below. But I think that was the set I ran. I think it was sword stance sash with aqua jet, liquidation, not liquidation, because this was back in Gen 6 days. This is how old I am, guys. It had aqua jet, megahorn, and I think waterfall. I think that was its 4 moves. It got some kills. It got a kill with aqua jet, and then just died. So potentially that could be useful in this league. I don't know. It's a good, decent water type, and that is our next Mon Otto. Next up we have Macargo. Now once again, Checkmate Ben made me pick this because back in the day, you got to be an OG to remember this. I did a Pokemon Platinum Roulette Nuzlocke on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, I'm now streaming on Twitch. I've done some Football Manager so far. As of recording this, I've left some polls on Twitter as well for you guys to suggest what I should stream on Twitter. Stream on Twitch. Like Nuzlocks, Showdown, Football Manager, any other games you want me to play. Let me know on Twitter or in the comment section down below, and I'll try and get onto that next time. But Platinum Roulette Nuzlocke, first attempt I did at it, I didn't get the best team, and I got swept by Macargo. And Ben, ever watching it, was just laughing at me. Now, Macargo is now a thing. Now, it's just a thing because it swept me. And Ben's made me draft it. It's got weak armor, it's got flame body, it's got magma armor. Cannot be frozen. Might be good against Rob. Anyone else? Not really. But Magma Platinum is here. And it's another bulky Mon with 120 defense. But it's got 90 special attack, 30 speed. If we run max speed Shell Smash, we could put some work in with this thing. Obviously, it does get Shell Smash because I've just said it does. Because I'm an expert in this kind of thing. It gets Stealth Rocks as well, which is nice. It gets Will-O-Wisp and Toxic, which is very useful, especially with I thought that said recover. It was refresh. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. It gets Pain Split. I think that rest is its only viable option of recovery, which isn't great. Obviously, it gets Earth Power, Fire type moves, Ancient Power, Clear Smog. Could be interesting. Infestation. If you want to be that guy, get Solar Beam as well. If you run Sunny Day on it. So yeah, Platinum's going to be here. It's going to be up. So bearing in mind that I got the LTC to draft my team, we've got the Grass Fire Water Core, which is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, we didn't get the other core, our Dragon Fairy Steel Core, but we got the core. We got the core, the pre-Gen 6 core, which hopefully will help us come in clutch this season, especially with Hernandez, Otto, and Platinum. Can help us in the long run. It could definitely help us in the long run. Next up, we have Sean the Sheep, our double, who for this pick, Devil slid into my DMs and said, you should draft Double and Galarian Corsola next 2 picks. Now, this is where things get interesting, because at the time, the rule was no one can double pick back to back. That was the rule. That was the rule. I said no one could do double pick, because Ben was going to just draft my entire team and thought that's not the point, because otherwise I would just gotten you to draft my team. Do you get what I mean? So I said no one can double pick for me. So I said Devil, right. He put in my DMs Double and Galarian Corsola. So I just took the first one and went Double, right? And that's what I picked, Double. It gets fluffy and bulletproof, so it can be quite a bulky boy for us. Decent enough speed, 88 speed, 100 defense. Can be quite bulky again, so we've got quite a bulky team this season. And kind of fast with George. Otto's base 80, right? No, base 70. So George is by far away our fastest Mon, with like base 80s and 90s. That it's kind of good for LTC, not gonna lie. So we've got Fluffy, our double. Fluffy the double obviously gets the likes of it's gonna be run physical, right? Yeah, physical. Base 80. I mean, it could be base run special if you absolutely need to, but not going to be an option. Body press could be very useful, especially with a 100 defense, so that could come in clutch for us as well. Obviously, get bounce, headbutt, wild shards, and headbutt. Doesn't get the best of moves, but it gets some decent fighting and normal types coverage. Get loads of Cotton Guard as well to be the bulkiest thing on the planet. Thunder Wave. That's about it. Rest, Sleep Talk, Swords Dance. If you run Swords Dance on it and just get bulky up, we can possibly do something to a double. Hopefully Sean can help us pick up some kills this season, be the bulky boy that needs to be. Get some body slams, body presses off, get some... If we set up Cotton Guard Swords Dance, we can live any physical hit. We can kill everything with Facade or Body Slam or whatever. And do the most. Can it actually touch dark types apart from Zen Headbutt? Or Zen Headbutt. I mean, ghost type, sorry. Most ghosts... I would say most ghosts are weak to psychic as well, but they're not, are they? It's only Gengar and Haunter. But, you know, Zen Headbutt will still do a lot of damage to the likes of ghost types. So that's what Double's job is going to be for this season. Now, this pick is where everything goes out the window, and there was a whole debacle in the draft system because Galarian Corsola was my next pick. This was picked when I was away. I was either asleep or I was out of the house, which is very ironic because now I'm stuck in the house for God knows how long. But the last I was out of the house, I couldn't get to my laptop, and I think Aquarius and Devil. I think Aquarius picked for me Galarian Corsola, and at that stage I was thinking, wait a minute. The rule was no one could go back to back, and Devil told Aquarius that I wanted Galarian Corsola, but in fact I didn't want Galarian Corsola. I wanted someone else to give me a pick, which didn't come through, and I then drafted them on, and then I said to Devil, oh god damn it, I've now got Galarian Corsola in UCC and in this. I'm thinking, great. And then I look at the dock, and Galarian Corsola not allowed Eviolite. And I'm thinking, well, this is just great. I can't put an Eviolite on it, and as you can see from my last UCC video, without an Eviolite on the Mon, it's terrible. And I can't. I asked very nicely to Dean, could I swap it? Because literally, like probably 1 or 2 picks came after me. I'll say, right, can I just scrap it off? Can someone else repick for me? Because I don't want this thing. I literally do not want this thing. It was against the rules. I didn't even give consent to give that option. Literally, they drafted it for me. I know I was making the league draft for me, but I didn't want the same person to draft my entire team. Because otherwise I would just went to Devil, went to Ben, went to Aquarius, went to Dean or someone, and say, just draft this for me. That was the whole point. I wanted each pick to be a different coach, or majority of anyway. And now 3 picks were made by Devil, 2 were made by Ben, and I was like, well, this is great. It's not gone how I envisioned it. So now we've got Galarian Corsola with no Eviolite, and it's going to be run the same things I've been running it in goddamn UCC, but just worse. With Strength Sap, Will-O-Wisp, Destiny Bond, Curse, Nightshade, Stealth Rocks. That's going to be pretty much it. It's going to be like in UCC, but much worse because it can't hold Eviolite. So if I run defensive, every special hit's going to kill me. If I run special defensive, every defensive hit's going to kill me. If I had Eviolite, it just works better. It just works better. So I don't see me bringing it that often. You're probably going to drop it as soon as possible, sooner rather than later. But I'm going to see how it works out first, because I could be misjudging it. Because all I'm basing off is that one game where it just didn't do anything for me. So hopefully Galarian Corsola can put in the work for me this season. I hope it does, after all that debacle about it. Prove me wrong, Corsola, prove me wrong. Next up, we've got Duplo, our Aurorus. Now, I've used Duplo before, but I honestly don't remember when. Because I've got a whole stats page of every single Mon I've used in draft and every single kills and knockouts it's got and how well it's done for me. Which is why I know George is like top 3, top 4 for the longest time. It's been top 5 forever since I've first drafted it. And apparently I've used Duplo 3 or 4 times before. I honestly can't remember drafting it, unless it was way back when in Carlton Colville Chestnut days, where we did the mono generation draft or league thing, where I was Gen 6, so I had Duplo on my team. That's the only physical memory I can think of that I would have used Aurorus before. But we've got it again. Obviously, it's got a lot of HP, got a lot of special attack. Obviously, gets Refrigerate, which makes the likes of Hyper Voice and whatnot Ice type moves. So that could be also go through subs as well, which is absolutely amazing. Does it get Rock Polish? Yeah, it gets Rock Polish, Stealth Rocks, Thunder Wave, Toxic, Substitute, Magnet Rise if we really want to. Obviously, we can't run it. I don't think we can run it Snow Warning, can we? I think we can run it Snow Warning, but we can't run Snow Warning and Aurora Veil, because I think it does. Does it get Aurora Veil now? I think it does. It doesn't. I thought it did. Madness. I thought it did. It obviously doesn't. Obviously, we can run if we really wanted to, but Refrigerate's just better because it boosts Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice is better than Ice Beam because it's base 90. Hyper Voice is base what? 90 as well, but that gets a 1.2 times boost. And if we want to run Blizzard, we can run Hyper Beam, which just kill things with Ice Beams. If we've got like a bulky Dragon or bulky Flying type or bulky Grass type, we can just do that and go bop, goodbye, you're gone. So we could run Echoed Voice and just spam that and just kill things for days. So Duplo is here. It's probably going to be run mainly either probably Specs, Scarf, Life Orbs, Rock Polish. Plenty of options. He gets Carmine as well, Flash Cannon. Gets plenty of different moves. So Aurora's Duplo is probably going to be brought more times than not this season. So hopefully we'll see Duplo a lot and we'll see how this goes. Next up, we've got Poipole. Now, Mr. Gareth, sir, the Scottish man, told me to draft a purple Bagler Alarm. Purple Bagler Alarm for Poipole. It's purple. Purple Poipole. Purple Poipole. Purple Poipole. That's a tongue twister. Purple Poipole. How far can you say purple Poipole? Purple Poipole, purple Poipole, purple Poipole, purple Poipole, purple Poipole. We've got purple Poipole, the Poipole, Bubba Gareth, because Bubba Gareth made us draft this. It's, looking at the stats, 67, 73, 67, 73, 67, 73. It's terrible. It gets Beast Boost, which is okay. So I thought, okay. What kind of moves can this thing get? Poison Stab, Dragon Stab, Colored Hidden Power, Colored Signal Beam, normal type moves. So basically you can only run Stab. Look at Physical. Doesn't get any Dragon type moves. Only gets Gunk Shot and Fell Stinger and Iron Tail and Poison Jab. I'm thinking, great. And obviously setup, it gets Nasty Plot. Okay, it gets Nasty Plot, it gets Toxic. But barring that, what is Bubba Gareth going to do for me this season? It's not even a Dragon type. It's just a Poison type with no coverage. Only Nasty Plot setup. Can be run bulky Toxic. I can slap an Eviolite on it and be bulky, I guess. But doesn't get enough, like, defensive option moves to do anything with it. That's why I run Fell Stinger, Poison Jab. That's a stupid idea. I can either run Fell Stinger, Poison Jab, or I can run Nasty Plot, Sludge Wave, Dragon Pulse. And that is it. And it's base 673 attack. It's going to be brought occasionally, but I don't see it bringing that often. Probably going to get dropped. And that's going to be very hindering for me this season. So hopefully Poipole can prove me wrong and put in the work for us this season. Next up, we have Gang, Chime Gang. Shout out to Sean, the Chime Gang. I think Matt made me draft this because I was begging in the chat, please. My team is super weak to fighting right now and not great against rock types or ground types right now. Because Poipole's weak to it, Makaga's weak to it, and our only resist right now is Rotom. I think Duplo's weak to ground as well. So weak to ground and weak to fire. I said, please, I need a Psychic Burb or a Psychic type with Levitate. Please, I'm begging. So Matt, the kindness of Matt made me draft Chimecho. That's the only nice thing he's ever done for me. He'd let me draft Chimecho. So here's Chimecho. We had it a few I think, do you have it last LTC or was it the season before that? It was either season 2 or season 3 I had Chimecho as well. It did kind of okay for us. Obviously it gets Defog as well, so we've got another Defog option other than Hernandez and Cadbury's Flake. It gets obviously Charge Beam, Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, can't learn Hidden Powers anymore, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, can't learn Signal Beam, Shockwave, Stored Power. I think it gets the likes of what setup does it get? I think it's Nasty Plot, Calm Mind, Cosmic Power, Defog, Heal Bell, Healing Wish, Perish Song, Recycle, Recover. So it's got a lot. It's got Wish support as well. It gets Trick Room support as well. It gets so much status moves. It's going to be our status mon pretty much for this season. Wish support could be great. Defog option could be great. Heal Belt options are going to be great. Especially if we're going to try to toxic our bulkier mons like Sean, Dead Rock or whatnot. Defog's going to be useful as well because so we can run. I don't see me bringing Defog on Cadbury's Flake that often. Hernandez possibly. So it's good to have an alternative option to have because I might want to bring Hernando's Choice Scarf one week and then can bring Chimeco for default options in case he's got like lots of hazard potential on his team. Obviously, I'm immune to spikes and toxic spikes and sticky webs with this thing as well, which is absolutely amazing. So the only hazards Gang is going to take damage from is those stealth rocks. So that should be good. Should be good. I'm looking forward to using Chimeco again this season. And our last Mon, which Mr. the Commissioner of the League, Mr. Foss, Arctic Foss, told me to bring because I wanted a dragon type. And here it is. Baby Puff is here. And I can't wait to use Baby Puff because Salamence is my favourite goddamn dragon type. Just period. It's my favourite favourite dragon. And Shelgon. I've used Shelgon before in a monotype tournament at university where it put in the absolute finest work running a Rest, Sleep Talk, Dragon Dance, Outrage set. And not going to lie, I'm probably going to bring that set every single week until it gets at least 1 or 2 kills. Like, legit. I want to bring that set because once, with Eviolite on it as well, it won't die, can't Toxic stall it because it's got Rest, Sleep Talk. It can hit everything barring a Steel type or a Fairy type move, Fairy type for neutral damage. It will outspeed everything with Outrage, and you just go Outrage dead, Outrage dead, Outrage dead. Especially in low tier, it's going to put the absolute fun to work. And I'm really hoping that pays off this season. That is the thing I want to happen most with this Mon. I really want it to happen. I've also can run Overcoat on it, so I can be immune to spores, sleep powders, toxic poison powders, mainly spore switchings really, which is gonna be great. Overcoat immune to hail, immune to rain, sandstorm, all that stuff immune to as well. So I'm really hoping that this Outrage set is going to come in clutch at least once this season. I'm praying to God that it does. So that is our team for the LTC season number 4. If you guys like the team and want to see, like, can suggest any sets or anything like that, or any trades I could make to improve the team, let me know down in the comment section down below. If you're new around here and want to keep updated with the whole LTC season and the UCC as well, definitely go check that out as well. Please hit that subscribe button down below because at least 90%, 80% of you watching this aren't subscribed. So if you could, that would be much, much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.